Some of the old buildings in Ashcroft that are still here today that were back in the early days is the Opera House, built in 1889. And it would host operas. Any local companies could, the churches would hold bazaars, the athletic groups would hold a fall fair was in there. There was a wedding. Any political debates would be held in there. So that's one of our historic buildings. We also have the BC Express building, which is down right across from Heritage Park. We have the oldest Chinese community building, which used to be Wing Wo Lung, which is now Roll Gear. The Central Cafe, built in 1920, is one of our older buildings on Railway Street. This building is 1917 building. The Journal office is an 1898 building, I believe. So we do, and lots of the houses, the community halls, the churches, are all well over 100 years old. Ashcroft got its beginnings with the CP rail. Prior to that, Barnes, Brink, Evans and Bowes settled here, mid-1860s, and when they heard that the CPR was coming through here, they put up a hotel in 1883, and that was the beginnings of the town. Some of my favorite displays and artifacts in the museum are the Indigenous baskets. They are just lovely. Another of my favorite is the Chinese display. If you get a chance, go to the Chinese display. Just so interesting. We're so lucky to have these artifacts. And one of the kids' favorite displays is the coal mine upstairs. And that's a really popular place. It just feels like you're in a real coal mine. The Chinese came in, a lot of them came in to look for gold, and then a lot of them came in to build the CPR. But there are also several that came in after that, and they set up a large community down towards where Safety Mart is, and even past that a little bit. And during the 1916 fire, much of Ashcroft, the business, was destroyed, including the Chinese community buildings. So they relocated a little bit closer into town. So where Wing Wo Lung is now, where kind of Safety Mart is now, on both sides of the street, was the community. There was the Chinese stores. Yeah, so a large population here at one time. Those four people that I mentioned, J.C. Barnes, William Brink, Oliver Evans, and William Bowes, that settled here on what the town was, and they were the ones that built the hotel and preempted most of the land here. And they also donated, Barnes donated land for the Opera House, for the Anglican Church, and so it was them that actually founded the town. Now, and it was known then as Barnes Station. Now once the town was here, and the Cornwalls also, they had the first post office in the area. So once the town was built here, and they established a post office here, the government just wrote Ashcroft Station. So we became known as Ashcroft Station, and the Cornwalls still had Ashcroft. Now once their post office closed, we just became Ashcroft, and the Cornwalls added Manor to their name to distinguish between the two places.